This is the Russian military assault on Ukraine. These are microchips made in the West that Ukrainian officials found in Russian military equipment. An RFRL investigation found Kyrgyz and Kazakh companies have been selling the chips to Russian clients with links to the Kremlin's war machine. Such dual-use products have civilian and military use, but there are fears they are being used by Russia on the battlefield in Ukraine.
The top priority items are the computer chips and other integrated electronic circuits that Russia needs for its missiles and its drones.
The European Union and the United States announced unprecedented sanctions against Moscow after the full-scale invasion of Ukraine. They have banned exports of numerous types of Western-made dual-use electronic goods to Russia that are needed by the Russian army. But the trade in such sanctioned goods is booming in Central Asia. Kazakhstan exported over 2,000 times more computers and components to Russia in 2022 than in 2021, while Kyrgyzstan bought 38 times more integrated circuits from EU companies in 2022 compared to 2021. This is a convoy of Russian-made BMP-1AM Basurmanin infantry vehicles. Ukraine's intelligence services say the onboard radio systems use an electronic signal amplifier made by the US company Analog Devices. Customs documents reveal the same kind of amplifier was shipped in May 2022 from a new Kyrgyz company, RM Design and Development, to a new Russian company called Microchips. Records show RM Design and Development sent Microchips more than 300 shipments of so-called dual-use technologies in 2022 and more than 500 shipments to a St. Petersburg company called Regionprof. RFRL found both Russian companies have links to the Russian defense sector. Contacting RM Design and Development in the Kyrgyz capital Bishkek proved challenging.
We attempted to locate the address of RM Design and Development as listed in the official corporate registry, and it led us to this place, the Free Economic Zone of Bishkek. We were not allowed to enter the zone. We tried to call the Free Economic Zone administration, and they confirmed that RM Design and Development is registered within the Free Economic Zone of Bishkek, but they also added that they had very limited information about the activities of this company.
Promises of a written statement by an executive failed to materialize. Phones were switched off and the company's website disappeared. Customs declarations studied by RFRL also show sanctioned dual-use goods are being shipped to Russia by companies in Kazakhstan. LM Group, located in this building in the center of the Kazakh city of Almaty, was opened less than 3 weeks after the start of the war in Ukraine. Since January 2023, LM Group has sent at least 300 shipments of electronic goods to a St. Petersburg company called Streloi e-commerce. A total of 273 of them are dual-purpose goods that Washington describes as high priority due to their use by the Russian military. In March 2023, Russian businessmen transferred LM Group to a Kazakh citizen named Maksat Artikov. RFRL correspondent Merim Bakhadjan went to the LM Group office in Almaty and found it closed. Finally, we spoke with Artikov by phone.
Вы не думаете, что помогаете России обойти санкции?
Ну, я так не считаю. Может, вы так считаете. Я так не считаю, потому что наши товары используются повсеместно. Я говорю, даже в вашем светильнике, даже в светофоре на перекрестке есть те товары, которые мы завозим.
Multiple sources say many of the dual-use products sold by Kyrgyz and Kazakh companies to Russian clients never even reach Central Asia. Goods sent by trucks from EU states might on paper be bound for Central Asia. In reality, the cargo is often unloaded in Russia.
The company shows to us that goods are going to Kazakhstan, but during the physical control, for example, in a lorry or in a driver's, driver's seat or whatever, hidden in the car, the second complex of documents which shows that actually these goods are destined for some place in Russia.
Representatives of the European Union and the United States have visited Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan one after the other in recent months.
We wish to discuss with the authorities putting in place a system which would enable us to verify that goods dispatched from Europe via Russia to the countries of Central Asia do indeed, in practice, arrive in those countries of destination and do not end up in Russia.
In April, a senior U.S. official called on the countries to control the flow of dual-purpose goods to Russia.
That's what we're here talking about this week, not iPhones, not washing machines, the specific electronic components that are being used to power and help navigate missiles and drones that are killing Ukrainian civilians and soldiers.
Such warnings have raised fears of secondary sanctions being imposed on Central Asian companies by the West. Russia has meanwhile warned of the economic perils for Central Asian countries if they stop trading with Russia. Both Kyrgyzstan and Kazakhstan are members of a Moscow-led trade bloc and so far have adopted a neutral position in Russia's war in Ukraine.
Мы уверены, что центральноазиатские столицы хорошо понимают, что ущерб от искусственного ограничения связей с нашей страной ни Запад, ни кто-либо другой им компенсировать не сможет и не пожелает.
RFRL journalists have studied thousands of trade and customs documents and public procurement records for this investigation. As Russia continues its strikes on Ukrainian cities and loses military hardware in Ukraine's counteroffensive, Moscow's hunger for sanctioned electronic components is likely to only grow.